Hi, are you presenting?
Yes, my last name is Campbell.
All right. Oh, here you go. All right, here's a copy of the program.
We're here for the 5th annual FCRH Undergraduate Research Symposium. The point of doing research really is to move beyond what they learn in the classroom, right? In the classroom, a certain type of learning takes place. You know, a professor talks to them or explains certain material, and their job is to work to understand that material. Doing research means that they move beyond that and they really kind of engage in an academic intellectual conversation, and they're creating new knowledge.
So we've got Walt Whitman, F. Scott Fitzgerald, Andy Warhol, Woody Allen, and Meryl Streep. And the idea was that I wanted to construct kind of a very historical narrative of art and do it on a very new medium. So they were all painted on an iPad in an app called Brushes. And so you can play back the entire process. So this is Meryl Streep. And what I think the iPad allows you to do, because it can do this playback, is it helps dispel the myth that digital art is, any less handcrafted than traditional media.
Our study was on where to find the cleanest bathrooms in Keating. We sampled 4 door handles from bathroom doors of women on the basement, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd floor. And then after we swabbed each floor door handles, we then incubated them for 24 hours, 37 degrees Celsius. We found that the 2nd floor had the least amount of bacteria. We found 0 colonies on the 2nd floor. We found 1 colony on the basement. We found 105 colonies on the 1st floor and 48 colonies on the 3rd floor. So the 3rd floor had approximately half of the 1st floor.
The college first began to support undergraduate research about 5 years ago. And we did so largely in the sciences. And this was initially a program of grants that went to students who were doing science research over the summer. And then there was a small symposium for students in the sciences where they had posters, and there was a poster session. The big change that we put forward this time, and really started doing it about 3 years ago, was to include the humanities and the social sciences as well, and then to significantly increase the amount of funding that we provided. So we had a much broader spectrum of students engaged. And the numbers have just grown exponentially. So last year we had 193 students presenting their research. And we thought that was probably about as high as we could possibly go. This year it was 274, supported by 81 different faculty members. So it's been really exciting to see how many students have become a part of this.
No.
Dr. Banerjee is a member of our chemistry department, and without her, so many students' research projects would go completely undone. Students have praised her perseverance and her passion for research, as well as her ability to care for both the research group as well as the individual students. So thank you, Dr. Banerjee. Dr. Noble is a member of the Communications and Media Studies department, and she has been integral in students' immersion in research and their ability to undertake large projects but still pay attention to each and every piece of data as if it were as important as the next, no matter how large or small. So thank you, Dr. Noble. Dr. Wellborn is a member of our theology department, and his students have expressed mostly in their nominations that he has been able to really help them understand a project that is based on their own interests and how they can integrate their own interests into furthering their own research.
Fordham students are a joy to work with. They are inquisitive and good-hearted, and they take great joy in their discoveries.
We don't really get to do a lot here that's a combination of teaching and research and service to the college, and so this is something really, really special and really, really wonderful for us as faculty.
I think the students that I've had in my laboratory, they have been absolutely phenomenal. I mean, without their dedication, their enthusiasm, their hard work, they're absolute, hunger for knowledge, I wouldn't be here today. So thank you very much to the students and to the teachers for this award.
Me and Allie went to the Fordham College Dean's office and we said, hey, we want to start this journal. And they said, awesome, this is a great idea, let's work together and create this. The biggest challenges for starting the journal was, especially when we started it, neither of us had any sort of experience publishing a journal. We had both just started getting into research, so we just started kind of saying, wow, we really like research and we think it's a great thing and we want to share it with the Fordham community.
It was such hard work. When we first started, we didn't know where to start. We didn't know what sort of submission guidelines or author agreements we would need, kind of like the legality of publishing in both a student-run journal and also someone's ability to publish in another academic journal somewhere else. So we actually went to Harvard. We interviewed the students who ran the Harvard Undergraduate Research Journal, and they were very, very helpful in kind of saying, this is what sort of things you should look for in submission guidelines. These are the sort of files you should take. These are, how we explain what a research article is, what a communication is. So they were very helpful in that. And then from that trip that we took, we wrote up our own submission guidelines. We wrote up our own author agreement.
Well, I hope it's going to continue to grow. What I'd love to see is to continue to expand the faculty presence, to have additional numbers of faculty engaged in mentoring and supporting students, to have that become even more a part of the undergraduate education culture at Fordham. I'd also like to create more space for students in the arts, students who are doing a lot of creative work in art and music. That too has a place at an event like this one, and we had some of that here. I'd love to see more of that take place.
Yeah, thank you everyone for coming. We really appreciate it. Without you guys, FCRH wouldn't be possible, the symposium wouldn't be possible, and everyone has made research at Fordham great. So thank you very much.